Greetings, senior class of 2020. I have known most of you since birth and others when you joined our church. I have helped with many of your confirmations and also with your baptisms, and it has indeed been a pleasure. I have great memories of all of you from Youth Sundays past and this past Youth Sunday when you did an outstanding job. Also, your fundraisers, watching you serve others, and watching you help with Advent workshops, and also the Super Bowl of Caring. I am so proud of you for keeping your faith journey while you have been in high school, and hope you continue to do that wherever your paths may lead you. I also want to say what great young people you have been and continue to be in your lifetime.
So here we are, class of 2020. It's hard to believe that it's here already. We've been asked to say a few words about this group, and to try to condense this down to a minute or less is hard, but my thoughts go to, first of all, preschool. We had the big banner that said class of 2020, and that seems so far away, and the fact that it's here is hard to believe.
So I'm going to share a few pictures that started many years ago. This was Taft when he became part of the church, and he became a part of a special group, and this was at Halloween at a fall festival. And it has been my pleasure to watch these kids grow up together and make a lot of special memories. And they grew.
Thank you for looking out for all of us and my brothers. Well, kind of include them. But I hope you have a good next phase, is what I'm going to call it. Because I know you're seniors, may go to college, may get a job. But I just hope you do.
To our seniors here at First Presbyterian Church, I know y'all never expected this chapter in your life would end up like this. I realize the connectivity you all have with each other, but in this day and age, I've missed seeing each and every one of you in person. I hope you've enjoyed our interaction in my limited time as one of your youth advisors. Montreat and Massanetta ski trips were very good times. I hope we get to go back to Montreat this summer.
Thank you for letting me share with you, for you sharing with me, for all of those conversations that we've had, all of the laughter we've shared, just getting to know you better and know what's going on in your life, any concerns or any questions, or even just stories, just you telling me what's going on. I have thoroughly enjoyed being a part of your life, and thank you for including me, and I wish you all the luck.
For those of you who I had the pleasure of teaching in Sunday school, I want to thank you. I learned much from you. It was a pleasure to learn and grow with you, and I appreciated your questions and observations because you made me improve myself in order to help you. So thank you very much.
To all of our graduating seniors, your final high school days are about to come to an end. What a journey it has been.
We hope your hard work of the past 12 years has prepared you well for the next chapter in your life.
So hey, I'm Carter. I just wanted to say hey to all the seniors of First Presbyterian Church, and I just wanted to tell them that I love all of y'all, and y'all have been like big brothers and big sisters to me, and it's been great knowing y'all for so long and to be part of this community.
And one particular trip that I can remember is a trip that I took with the boys, Taft and Tillman and Wyatt and Grayson. There were a couple other kids that were a little older, and I think they were all boys. And I took them on a trip to the beach. And that weekend, I earned the title of Miss B, and they know exactly what that means. And it was pretty special to me because over the years, they have continued to call me Miss B. So that was sort of this bond that I had with them, and I thought that was pretty special.
I have many favorite memories of our seniors. For 5 of them, they have spent their entire lives in our church. I remember baptisms, I remember youth Sundays, I remember youth trips, and many fun times that they have shared together. Others, such as Brooke, and Grace joined when they were older, and my memory of them is how easily they fit into and became a part of such a tight-knit group of seniors. We are so proud of them.
Guys, I was so glad to be asked to say something to this incredible group of seniors. Obviously, Daughtry, I love you like you're my own. Wyatt, it's been amazing to watch you grow up like you're one of my own. Tillman, Grayson, Taft, I've loved watching you grow up in the same church your parents and I grew up in, and working with you in mock trial. Watching you develop your advocacy skills and public speaking skills has just been incredible. Grace, Brooke, Gigi, I know you're all going to do amazing things.
I wanted to take an opportunity to speak to my children before you went on. We can't have a normal senior banquet this year, but that doesn't mean I'm not still going to do what I always do, which is run my mouth constantly telling you how much I love you and how much I think about you. When you look at this set of seniors that we've got coming from this group, I've got memories upon memories upon memories of each of you. Grayson being in class and just, looking like he's putting forth no effort whatsoever with AP government and not even sure if he's listening. And then all of a sudden he'll pop up with such a crazy, insightful question that that he's really getting it.
One of my favorite memories when it comes to the seniors is probably hanging out every day with Grayson, just catching bullpens with him at Triton.
Grayson, at the last minute, you can come in and play the drum part, the organ part, sing a bass line maybe, play a piano part, play a guitar part. It is not every day you have a young man with so many different talents and willing to use them. And thank you, Grayson, for being so gracious to share your talents amid your busy schedule.
One time I was chilling at my house and I got a call from Grayson, and he told me that he was out of gas in the middle of the road and I had to bring him gas. I pulled up and he was just broke down in the middle of the Micasitas parking lot. Just the truck wasn't even running. He had all the lights on, just sitting there. No gas.
Growing up, everybody knew Grayson Branham was smart and that he was athletics and into sports, but few people knew how musically talented he was. And what has really impressed me was that in the last few years, Grayson has shared that music with the church, where so many teenage boys would hide a talent like that under a bushel. Grayson actually has shared that gift, and that's something that the members of our church are going to remember, that gift that he gave them.
Grayson, you were a joy to teach and a joy to learn from. You were very challenging in a very good way. You were so intelligent and so intuitive, and you asked such fantastic questions that it was often difficult to answer you in such a way that I felt like you were learning from the answer. But you always found a way to learn. You have a wonderful family who have supported you, the church, and the community. I wish you the best.
Grayson, after building forts while babysitting you with Emily while we were in high school, coaching you in football and baseball, and now being a youth advisor, I guess you've always felt like a little brother to me. It's been special watching you grow up and take on different challenges throughout life, academically, athletically, and spiritually. You have been blessed with many talents, and you have been able to use them very well.
We've come a long way from you faking going to bed while I babysat you so that you could stay up and read.
Yeah.
I hope you know how much Bryant and I have enjoyed all the time that we've been able to spend with you, both as family and as youth advisors. While I enjoyed all the ball games and academic events, I will always cherish this time I shared with you as a part of youth, watching you and your friends just having fun, serving our community, and worshiping together. I love you.
And Grace, what a privilege to know you and your family, howbeit so recently, and for your beautiful singing voice that you're willing to share with us at First Presbyterian and your mother's. You're just a picture of Grace. You're so well named and you fit your name so well. Thank you for singing that beautiful soprano part and those vocal ensembles. It is a pleasure to know you.
Grace gives 100% of the effort all the time and always seems like she's doing the right thing.
To Grace with her gigantic smile. I remember her scoring in a soccer game and just the absolute joy on her face.
I love Grace DeBoer's beautiful voice that she's shared with church, but I also have learned during this last few months that Grace has great character. When things started to unravel with school, their senior year, and had to go online learning, she was persistent in doing those lessons and taking the opportunity to make the best of a really bad situation. And I've been very impressed with her persistence and the quality of work she does.
Grace, we are so happy that you became part of our church family. Recently, having had the opportunity to sing with you in our ensemble was so special. Music is such a meaningful part of worship for me, so sharing that time with you is a really sweet memory.
Grace, I thoroughly enjoyed watching you over the years. Although I did not have the privilege to teach you in Sunday school, I have observed you with your sister and your mother and your family and your friends. And you're a supportive person. You're kind, you're caring, you're attentive, you're a wonderful person, and I know you'll do well in whatever you do and wherever you go. And I certainly do appreciate all that you've given your family, and I certainly do appreciate all that you've done with what has been given to you.
I'm going to tell you a little secret. I love you. I know you don't think that I do, but I do. You're just really fun to be around, and I'm going to miss you so much.
To our granddaughter, Grace Catherine DeBoer, we love you very much and are extremely proud of you and of the many accomplishments that testify to the wonderful young lady you have become.
We wish you the best as you pursue your goal of becoming an elementary school teacher.
Gigi, a diamond in the rough. As you may know, diamonds are created under intense pressure and intense heat. But the end result is one of brilliance and beauty, and you are no different. While you had a rough beginning, you have been showered with love and direction and caring. And as you grow, the brilliance within you, the beauty within you, continues to shine and will continue shining. And I look forward to your bright and beautiful future.
When I think of Gigi Hudson, I think of a very independent young lady. When we were at Montree, she would meet and make friends with her small group so quickly, and when she got missing, you knew that she was with her new friends down at the creek rock hopping.
Gigi, your energetic and spirited personality is unmistakable. We wish you well in all of your future endeavors.
Know that we are cheering you on all the way.
Yeah, I'll never forget how petrified she was tubing when we were up at Montree with her little paddle just digging in.
For all of the spaghetti dinners that we have cooked and prepared. Gigi, I know one time we were crying so hard when we were chopping onions we could barely even see what we were cutting.
Gigi, my first memory of you is in Dunn Middle School in the chorus class in 7th grade. You sat on the front row and you had so many questions about all sorts of things in the music that I really hadn't even thought about yet. You were very, very chatty and inquisitive, and sometimes would research it on your own. And I believe by 8th grade, you were singing a solo at the promotion ceremony. I believe you had a solo part. So it was a pleasure to get to know you there as a middle school and see you grow as a young woman. Gigi, it's a pleasure to have known you.
Tillman, words cannot begin to thank you enough for the times that you have stepped up to me, looked me in the eye, shook my hand, and said, "Hello, Mr. Harrington." That is character in and of itself. You have many wonderful attributes, too many to list now. I'm extremely proud of you. I appreciate you and wish you the best as you move forward, because the best is yet to come.
I think about Tillman and coming over and spending the night with Grayson and having to get him ready for church, and his hair is all messed up and it's a disaster trying to get him to Sunday school.
I've still got on my phone a picture of the day that Tillman and Wyatt showed up to Sunday school, and we were all three wearing exactly the same outfit with salmon colored pants and like blue shirts, something like that.
Tillman, I know you don't recall this, but my sister and I actually went to your grandmother's house after your baptism to help with your baptism luncheon. To think that some 18 years later, I watched you preach about your baptism on Youth Sunday, and now you're preparing for college. From one beginning to another, I'm so glad I was there.
I appreciate the times we've had playing basketball at church. We've always had a good time, even though I had blocked a shot a couple times. Thanks for always stepping up to the plate and volunteering to lead the children's sermons on Youth Sunday. We know that those life lessons you taught the kids will also be just as useful for you in your next journey.
Someone's very laid back,
Mm-hmm.
and Grayson is the same, and I think they're very chill most of the time.
Tillman Pope was always a little bit of an enigma to me. I always thought he was this quiet little kid in church, but I found out that behind that quiet was a lot of plotting and planning and scheming. Usually it was something that Wyatt was going to end up doing that he would probably get in trouble for. But I also found out that Tillman was quiet in class. I know, I didn't think it was the same kid sometimes. But that quiet meant he was very serious about his studies, and he was very successful and very bright. I also appreciated that Tillman was always around the church helping out when his parents had to set up for a dinner or a banquet. He would give his time to come help.
My prayer for Tillman is that he stays safe while he's in college and stays on his best behavior and focuses on his schoolwork.
Taft, thank you for all of the conversation, all of the car rides, all of the wonderful hugs that you give. I love you dearly, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm so proud of...
When it comes to Taft Stephens, I always think of his consistency. Taft is the same person, no matter whether he's with his friends, on the field, at a game, in the church. He's always the same caring person. Always being sure to include people, whether it's the oldest folks in the church or the youngest folks. And Taft's a risk taker. One summer he did the Jeremiah Project at Montreat, which meant he was not going to spend the summer with his friends, but rather he was going to make new friends and have some leadership in a program for hundreds of kids.
Taft is very balanced in everything that he does. He is very well-rounded.
He's able to keep his academics up while still being able to enjoy his life.
Taft, you have a kind and gentle heart. Many people confuse kindness and tenderness with weakness and softness, and this could not be further from the truth. Kindness and gentleness expressed require courage, and they also require a sense of self. You're a very courageous person. You have a very good sense of self. You're kind and generous, and these are wonderful attributes that I hope you will continue to grow and nourish in your bright and beautiful future.
Taft makes me sick. He's so much smarter than me and better looking than me and more athletic than me, but then still somehow nicer than me. It makes me crazy.
On Halloween, they used to like dress in those full green suits and like blue suits. What are they?
Yeah.
Like that's all they dressed in. All of them.
And would run around crazy.
Yeah, and they'd run around at the no, it was the trunk or treat.
Oh yeah, trunk or treat.
And they were like just a whole outfit. It was just like that was it.
You know, I think about Taft and him coming over to the house and his relationship with our dog Ollie. It was sort of tenuous at first, but they finally got along better at the very end. You know, so these are all memories that I have, and it's just hard to believe that it's finally coming to an end here. And I just wish them the best as they move on.
I remember Taft as a really cool, collected person.
I remember Taft that on day 2 of Montreat, he already knew 658 people that were there somehow.
Taft. I can't believe the little boy that I taught to tie his shoe at swim lessons is preparing to go to college. This next journey may be a little bit more challenging than shoe tying, but one thing for sure, no one will ever outwork you.
Your conscientiousness academically, socially, and spiritually is so obvious, as is the genuine joy and unwavering devotion you display to all of your involvements. I hope you know how much these qualities, in addition to your kindness and love of the Lord, are valued. We may not have named him Taft like you suggested, but if Landers grows up to be anything like you, I would be so proud.
Wyatt, we spent hours together in different ways and different venues, and you have so many wonderful attributes and so many wonderful characteristics. Please continue to grow these. Continue to challenge yourself. Push yourself. Know that you are loved. Know that you are supported. I look forward to your future achievements. I'm proud of you. Your dad told me you were going to ECU. I think you'll do great there. Continue to move forward in your life. I look forward to hearing from you and learning more about what you're doing.
Wyatt Turner can always make me laugh. He is one of the goofiest people I think I have ever known. And he is also a person, when there is a task to be done, he is Johnny on the spot. Whether it's grabbing the groceries out of the back of the car at Montreat and carrying them in the house for me, or jumping out of the truck to rake an elderly person in the church's yard, or hiding the Easter eggs for the little kids and then keeping them entertained and making them laugh and have joy. I think that's one of the things I'll remember most about Wyatt, was that he had a really good relationship with little kids like Lewis and Russell Hathaway. And I'll always picture Wyatt sitting on the sofa at Montreat during those back home meetings we would have at night with Lindsay in his lap, always keeping her entertained.
Wyatt's very funny, and he always seems like he has a joke about everything.
Tillman and Wyatt, all of the children's sermons that I've helped you with, and you have become notoriously known for being funny and very memorable. That's one of the kids' best memories, is being able to eat goldfish during church. It was awesome.
I remember one time at a sleepover at Whitley's. It was like 11 or sometime really late at night, and I remember we went to this place to get milkshakes, and Wyatt and one of his friends drove us there. Me and Whitley were in the car with Wyatt, and he went down the road so fast, I thought we were going to get a ticket or crash, one of the two, whichever happened first.
Church story.
And whenever we got there, he did a heavy Southern accent to the lady that was working there, and I feel like she was very confused.
Tillman, I know you don't recall this, but my sister and I actually went to your grandmother's house after your baptism to help with your baptism luncheon. To think that some 18 years later, I watched you preach about your baptism on Youth Sunday, and now you're preparing for college. From one beginning to another, I'm so glad I was there.
I appreciate the times we've had playing basketball at church. We've always had a good time, even though I had blocked a shot a couple times. Thanks for always stepping up to the plate and volunteering to lead the children's sermons on Youth Sunday. We know that those life lessons you taught the kids will also be just as useful for you in your next journey.
One of my memories with the seniors is when we used to go to the Coates Pool. Wes and Wyatt would come out there and they'd pick up their sisters and play basketball with them.
Hi, Daughtry. We have so many good memories with you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Daughtry. We're very proud of you. We wish you nothing but the best.
I constantly think everything about Daughtry in every situation that we're ever in together. She is still so much more mature than me in everything. And every time we're around each other, she's so much more mature than I am, and probably funnier too.
For the longest time, Daughtry Williams was the only girl in the youth group. But that did not bother her one bit. She kept right up with those boys, whether it was athletically, sense of humor, leadership. In fact, she had to be the leader because somebody had to get those boys in line, and she could do it. Sometimes they would have point of view arguments at Montreat or on a ski trip, and the boys would bait her a little bit, and Daughtry knew what she was doing. She would take the bait, and she would make her point and back it up with facts. Must be that lawyer gene that she has. But she always went toe-to-toe with those boys and came out a winner.
I got a story on some of the seniors. It was Montreat 3 or 4 years ago, and Nash and Gavin had started their own YouTube channel.
No.
What? It was a long time ago. And we did Team Bros, so we went around doing these trick shots with the Frisbees and stuff, and we were on the roof of that old house we had, and we thought it was great. That was a good time. Also, is when Daughtry and Taft were arguing with Foster. Who was it? Was it Matthew and Wes about global warming? And
yes, Matthew and fishing for cows in Kansas.
Yeah, fishing for cows in Kansas. It was great. That was always one of my favorite memories of those guys.
The best was that for Daughtry, cousin love, they had been arguing for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd heard enough of it, so I told them they had to stop, and then I told them they had to switch roles.
Yeah.
I remember that. And
yeah, that was great.
It had to be Daughtry, and Daughtry had to be Matthew. And she, without hesitation, pulled up the greatest Matthew imitation of all time.
That was good.
I don't care if the seas come rising. I'll go fishing.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was good. That was my story.
Daughtry. Daughtry, you have a wonderful, intuitive nature. You process quickly. You're very thoughtful. And while you don't speak often or say much, when you do, you speak volumes. You're very mature for your age. You have a wonderful future ahead of you, and I look forward to hearing more from you and about you as you grow in your future and develop these talents that you have.
Daughtry, there is no one else I would rather sweat to death with in the top bunks at Kirkwood. Seriously though, I really have enjoyed this time we have been able to spend together. You are always exceptionally authentic. You can talk to a 2-year-old or a 92-year-old. You can talk to the youth or be speaking to the entire congregation and demonstrate such poise and naturalness. And I find that so admirable.
Yeah, I always think and look forward to the events that you're going to participate in because you are so inclusive and intuitive and you're able to get things done. You do it with a smile on your face. You've always been the leader of the pack.
Isn't that right, boys?
Daughtry is very professional and she's always on top of things.
Daughtry, my earliest memory of you is also in 7th grade chorus. You would foresee a problem before it was even a problem, and you had solutions that you could map out almost instantaneously. I was so impressed with your leadership ability at such a young age and just how intelligent and how gracious you were, and so gracious to everyone. It was a pleasure to get to know you.
Hey, does she give y'all a ride to school in the morning?
That's right. That's right.
Are y'all always ready when she's ready to go? I'm just curious. I haven't heard her say anything.
It works both ways. Sometimes she's late, sometimes we're late, but we're definitely ready. We always get there.
Daughtry, I have enjoyed watching you grow up as well and getting to know you more.
I think about Daughtry and all the boys getting her to play football and then being frustrated when they didn't get any attention. She got all the attention, and I thought that was kind of funny. And I also think.
Happy graduation, Brooke. I love you, and I wrote a song for you.
I'm proud of Brooke for all of her charity work, how I always see her up in church talking about a charity like Backpack Buddies or canned food drives and just stuff like that, being really, really kind and conscientious about other people.
And Brooke, I know we didn't get a lot of time together, but I have enjoyed getting to know you as well.
Brooke Wilson joined our group just as they were entering high school, so they were already friends, but she fit right in. She came in and made friends with our youth group, really strong, lasting bonds that she's made. And Brooke is always so caring and concerned about others, always looking around to be sure nobody's being left out. She always will do her very best.
Brooke, I was with you the day that you sat in front of the session. I wasn't exactly with you, I was present with you. But because you were with the session, and the body of Christ. We were all with you that day. And I remember being so impressed at how you spoke and how you held yourself. And I also remember the day that the seniors held service in the church, and your contribution to the service was meaningful and beneficial and from the heart. I look forward to a bright and beautiful future for you. I know you'll do great things. I appreciate you being a part of the church, and I appreciate everything you've done.
Brooke, when you joined us at youth after moving here, you fell right into the group like you had always been here. And it's no wonder with your unbroken smile. Thank you for always helping and leading, not to be the center of attention, but in your quiet kindness, stepping in whenever needed.
Brooke Wilson, when I was going on like the big mountain, she helped me get down, and I like fell all the way down. And I remember that she stayed up there with me and like helped me through it, like getting up and everything, because it was like really steep. So she helped me get up and like get back on my skis, and that was like just really nice of her.
I've always loved Brooke and how loving she is, always doing stuff for other people, canned food drives and looking out for other folks.
The thing that makes me the most proud is how they have handled the situation with the pandemic and what it has taken from them and their senior year. All those that I've encountered have held their heads high, their faith strong, and their friendships have grown even stronger.
I'm proud of everybody for getting into college.
This is my advice to the seniors. Do what you want to do in your life. Become who you want to be, and hopefully you will have a bright future. We will miss you, and we love you, and congrats.
They're all always willing to help out at the church and do stuff to help people and with the kitchen and stuff.
Class of 2020, you are finally graduating high school. I know it is a wonderful feeling because that last year, that was me. As hawks, you are leaving the nest, but when the wind will take your wings in another direction, remember that God will always make sure to put you back on the right path.
First Presbyterian Church of Dunn has been and will continue to be here for you.
Finally, seniors, get ready for the next chapter in your life. Congrats, 2020 Hawks! Woohoo, you did it!
I think that our seniors are very kind.
Just stay true to yourselves and have some fun whenever you get out of here, and just stay the way that you have been and stay safe. Love y'all.
If I could give you one piece of advice from Sunday school that I remembered, there were 3 types of answers to your questions. The first was, yes, I know the answer and can tell you. No, I do not know the answer, but I will find out. And number 3 was ask your parents, because there were certain questions that you needed family support and direction to answer the questions. The next few months of your lives and years will prove many challenges, many wonderful challenges that you'll grow from and learn from. And remember, there are 3 questions, or 3 types of questions that you can answer. Yes, I know the answer, or yes, I know what to do. No, I do not know the answer, but I know not to do this. And number 3, I need to ask for help. You all have such a strong spiritual background that you know you can go to the Lord, and you know you can go to your parents. And you certainly do have a strong church family and a big foundation.
They're like friends to us.
The advice I give you, do everything in moderation. Work, fun, everything in life in moderation. But always keep the grace of God in your heart because you're worthy of it. Go find hope in your life. Hold on to love. Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to laugh. We cannot wait to see what you do when you leave and go out in this world on your own. But we also can't wait to see you come back to a place that's always going to be your church home. So take care of yourselves. We love you.
One wish that I have for all of you kids that I have learned and grown to love very dearly is that you continue to walk in faith and allow God to guide your footsteps. And as you get older, you will realize how important this is. Make sure you listen and that you pray. He will not fail you, I promise. And I wish you all the best, and I'm so proud of all of you and love you dearly.
One passing word that I'd like to share with you all is you are loved and you love. You have a strong place to go in your family and in your church. And as you grow in age and experience and wisdom, please remember the church, which has helped you along the way to this point, but needs you, not only today, but in the future, because you are bright, and because you are loved, and because you do love, and because you're developing your leadership abilities. Please remember the church, because the church needs you as you have needed the church.
I have a simple prayer that they stay true to themselves and to their family. And as my mom and dad always said to me, remember where you came from. So I pray they stay true to themselves and stay on the path that they've chosen for their future. And like everybody else says, enjoy themselves and have a good time.
I've done nothing but give you advice since I've known you. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to tell you the thing that I always tell you. You've got to be the gospel for people that don't read the Bible. You've got to keep portraying all of those things that you've learned that Jesus wants us to be to the world. So for people that didn't grow up in a church like you did, with people loving them and encouraging them in that way, so that they see that and they know that that is the true way to be.
Seniors is that they have a good year in college, they get a good education, and they have a great life.
I am very proud of what each of you have accomplished and want each of you to grow into adults and walk in the path that God has laid out for you. I want you to stay strong in your faith and spread blessings everywhere you go, no matter how treacherous the path. God bless you, and I love you all.
I pray that they keep all of these same characteristics that they've had from high school and all this time and just carry that out through the rest of their life.
But just remember, you always have God with you. You always have all of us with you, your parents, your family, your friends. And just know that as long as you consult God in every decision that you make, He will not lead you wrong. So that took me a long time to learn. Instead of leaning on my own understanding, but actually prayerfully consulting God to figure stuff out. And He will. Just be patient. I know that's hard, but be patient.
I'm praying that everybody stays safe while they're at college, whatever they're doing.
My prayer for our seniors is that they will always remember their church family, that we will be there for them whenever they need us at any time. Good luck, seniors.
I always know that they have us, the church, the community, to fall back on if anything ever goes wrong. That they've always got a man in their corner. We're always going to be there to support them.
Our prayer for all of you is that you remember the foundation that you've been given at First Presbyterian. We were very fortunate to start our experience with First Presbyterian Church as well, had a great youth group, and we are so thrilled that you all have had this same experience that we did growing up. So continue to put God first, to love each other, to stay in touch, to challenge each other. Remember this foundation that First Presbyterian has given you, and we are also very proud of you, and we love you.
My best to you all. I love you very much, and I look forward to a bright future.
You could easily say, you didn't get the ending you deserved. And I can see that. I really can see that. But I want to caution you, because for a group, those you people that I just listed, for a group blessed with such an embarrassment of riches when it comes to loving families and a church that loves you and great friends and great memories, that you've already made, it would almost make you feel guilty wanting that thing too and all that other stuff from a senior banquet. You didn't get to have your prom, your graduation's not going to be what you thought and what you worked towards, but that doesn't mean that you haven't accomplished all the things and you didn't get the things you deserved. You just didn't get the full-on celebration. But everybody that knows you knows who you are, what you are, and what you deserve. Just enjoy it and go forward, continuing to be the people that you are already. This group of kids, I swear, I wish that I was cool enough to hang out with y'all. I just do. You keep me young. I make me almost wish I was young again, but I could go back there. So, and the other thing is something that my mom used to say to me all the time, every time that I left the house: don't forget who you are, because you are amazing and I love you.
I would think that my prayer for you and my wish for you would be true to yourself, and every day when you get up, be able to look at yourself in the mirror and smile, knowing how great you have been. Congratulations and best wishes for a bright future, wherever and whatever it may lead.
Congratulations to all the graduates of 2020.
Also want to send a congratulations to all of the seniors at First Presbyterian Church. Good luck and may God bless you.
To the class of 2020, whether life takes you on to further education or straight into the workforce, may the God who loves you and never leaves your side continue to abide with and bless you all.